Hello, my little mathematicians. Today I'm going to help you get started on your proportions, specifically to solve converting between measurements. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. And I want to remind you that you should be able to do these problems yourself. So pause the video, try it yourself, and then come back and check yourself to see how you did. Okay? So let's take a look at, I'm going to do number 3 with us. Okay, together. And it says, Bella will be driving from Collard to Riverside to Dalton. Okay, that's a lot. Collard is 5.5 centimeters from Riverside, and Riverside is 10.5 centimeters from Dulles. What is the total distance that Bella will be driving? Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of take a look at this map and put that into context. It says that Collard to Riverside, okay, so if we find that right here, okay, that's 5.5 centimeters on the map. And then it says Riverside to Dalton, so from here to here, is 10.5 centimeters. Okay, so she's going to be going from here to here and then from here to here. And you want to know the total actual distance that she's going to be driving. So one thing that we do when we're dealing with map problems is I always put, like, the map, which is dealing with centimeters. So if it's a unit of centimeters, we know it's on the map. And then actual distance. And in the real life, we're talking about probably, look at the key right here, miles. So 1 centimeter is equal to this many miles in real life. Okay, and again, do you see how I just pointed to that scale or the key right there? I'm going to use that as my first ratio. So I know 25 miles, right? 25 miles is equal to 1 centimeter on my map. Now I'm going to use that scale to then help me figure out the answer to this question. Okay, so it's like, well, okay, then what we're going to be driving on the map is 5.5 and 10.5. So 5.5 plus 10.5, which add those together. What is that? Well, 5.5 plus 10.5 is, you guessed it, 16. Okay, so on the map, it's a total distance of 16 centimeters. How much is that in real life? We don't know. That's what I'm going to use to solve. These go together because this is from the key, and then this is how much it is on the map, so then how far is that in real life? Now I have my proportions set up, and so I can just solve for my unknown. Always move towards the direction of your unknown. So I'm going to go this way. How do you get from 1 to 16? Yeah, 1 times 16 is 16. So then do the same thing here. What's 25 times 16? It's 400. So that means that 16 centimeters on the map is equal to 400 miles in real life. And there you go. Okay, that's how you solve these map problems. Okay, you're going to do the map to the actual centimeters on the map to miles in real life. And then once you use the scale, which for all these problems, it's going to be the same scale of 1 centimeter is 25 miles, then use that to solve what you were given. Okay, the other problems I'm going to try with you are on the back. Okay, and again, please try it yourself first. Okay, try number 8. And now that you unpaused it and you're back with us, let's see how you did. Okay, so they gave us the scale that miles to kilometers. They said 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. Okay, so I'm going to use that information to then solve for what they want me to solve for. They said that Jerome ran 15 kilometers. So how many miles is that? Well, what is the 15 talking about? Okay, so then where should I put it? Yeah, it's talking about kilometers, so I should put it on the bottom. And then they said, how many miles is that? Well, we don't know the miles amount, so miles is my unknown. Now that I have my proportion, let's solve by going towards the direction of my unknown. So go this way. 1.6 times what is 15? Well, to figure that out, put it easier. Okay, like what if it was 2 here and you're going towards the 6? 2 times what is 6? And you're like, oh, it's 3. Okay, how would you get that if you didn't just know it? You would take 6 and divide it by 2, and then that would tell you that it's 3, right? Okay, so I'm going to do that same concept here. Do 15 divided by 1.6. What do you get? Yeah, this 9.375. So 1.6 times this is equal to 15. So then do that same thing up top. 1 times that gives you exactly 9.375. And what were we solving for? The amount of miles, which double check. Yep, that's what they wanted me to solve for. So I know I'm good. Let's go ahead and take a look at this bottom one down here, number 11. Okay, you try it yourself first. Okay, now that you unpaused it and you're back with us, I'm going to do the height. Okay, so that's this. Okay, right, this is the height and this is the height. I'm going to do the height to the base length, this. Okay, well, so let's do this triangle first. So if I went height to base, that's my unknown to 21. And then for this triangle over here, I have to do the height first again. Well, this is the height of this other triangle, and the base of that triangle is 14. Okay, now before you start erasing and freaking out because you're like, I did it wrong, there's so many ways that you could have set this up. So double check. As long as you are consistent with how you set it up, you should be good. And you're like, well, how do I know that? If you double check your cross products and they're equal to my cross products, then you know you're good. So if you have 21 diagonally across from 35 and the x diagonally across from the 14, you'll still end up with the same answer. Okay? And you're like, well, wait, what? So think about it, because we're going to solve this by cross products, right? So I'm going to multiply 21 times 35, and I'm going to set that equal to the x times the 14, or 14x. So if, however you set it up, you have those same exact cross products, then we're going to get the same answer, right? Because we're both going to be multiplying and solving the same equation. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just type that in. What's 21 times 35? Yeah, 735. And set that equal to 14x. Now, how do you get x by itself? Yeah, I need to get rid of that 14 and they're being multiplied. So the inverse of multiplying is to divide by 14. I can do that as long as I do the same thing to the other side. And you're like, well, why did I do that? Because anything divided by itself is 1, and now you have 1 times x, which is just x. Okay? And 735 divided by 14, what do you get? 52.5. Okay, so then that's my final answer. You could have done it like the way we did up top, the shortcut going this way and going this way. 14 times what is 21? Sure, if you wanted to. It's just cross products always works. And I wanted to show you this specifically for this one, because in case you use different numbers, you could see we still all should have ended up with the same answer of 52.5. Okay. Congratulations, my little mathematicians. If you got those right, keep going. You got this.